What's going on, Americans? Zonk the cat here. What's going on, my kittens? I just want to say I fucking called it. I called it. I called out this bullshit a year ago. A whole year. I said that this was going to happen. As soon as these fucking Democrats started pushing out this white nationalism bullshit, I called it. And guess what? I was right. You ass clowns have been pushing this fucking narrative about white nationalism, white racism, and all that shit. Yes, it does exist, but it exists very small minority of people. All whites don't think this way. And I'm one of them. I love everybody. Right up until the moment you prove me wrong. When you prove me wrong, you're an enemy for life. Al Sharpton is a racist sack of shit. He's been pushing this white racism shit since the mid to early 90s, or early to mid 90s. What did he say while he was screaming to his supporters? Kill the pigs, kill the crackers. You're perpetuating this shit, Sharpton. You are perpetuating these people being basically general assholes. I don't like them. I don't like the El Paso shooter in any way, shape, or form. I don't give a fuck what his feelings are. I don't give a shit that he's fucking angry. I don't care who he follows. I don't give a fuck about his feelings. What I do give a shit about is that this little bastard in his manifesto, and I have read it, and oh good God, it's just a dribbling mass of incoherent bullshit. Kind of like my ramblings sometimes. But he states in his manifesto, and oh God, I just don't want to call it that. I really don't. I fucking hate that word, manifesto. It's basically it's handwritten shit paper. But he says that it's about immigration and being invaded and all this kind of... Motherfucker, that's what we have border agents for. That's why they're there. So, he's called a white nationalist because he went and shot and killed a bunch of fucking people up there in El Paso. No. Well, maybe. I don't know. But you guys, call this guy out. I don't know if he's a white nationalist. Personally, I don't really give a shit if he is or not. That shit doesn't really bother me. Because I don't pay attention to it. Because unlike everybody else in this fucking world, I don't give two shits about white nationalism. I don't give a rat's ass about some fucking douchebag who just wants to, hurt and maim and kill people. I don't give a fuck about his feelings. I don't give a shit who he thinks he is. Why? Because I have a brain to think with. Just like everybody else in this world. We have a brain to think with. Some people use it for nefarious purposes. Me, I just want to live my life. I want to live my life and be happy. Be happy knowing that the fact that my stomach is full, my bills are paid, and I have a roof over my head. That's really all I give a shit about. Secondarily, I give a shit that my car is running good and my guns are stocked. Those are secondary. You motherfuckers keep spouting this fucked up rhetoric, and I'm talking to Trump too. I'm not just talking to Sharpton and Booker, Biden, Blowjob Bernie, all those other retards in the fucking 2020 Democrat fucking presidential race. I'm talking to everybody, including Trump. You want to know why the fucking shooter went to El Paso, Texas to kill people? It's because of your fucking rhetoric. Your inaction and your rhetoric is what drove this motherfucker to do it. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It was your rhetoric. You are the reason why. President Trump sits there bitching and complaining about the immigrants coming across the border, we're being invaded. There's reason number one. Trump, shut the fuck up. For real. Shut the fuck up. Number two. Elizabeth Warren, Blowjob Bernie, Sleepy Joe, your rhetoric, partly, about white nationalism, constant white racism this, racism that, that word has pretty much lost all meaning now. People have heard it so fucking much, they just don't fucking care anymore. People do not give two shits when they hear the word racist or Nazi. Because you motherfuckers have used it way too much. Way too much. So, what am I going to think, or what is anybody going to think when they hear, oh, racist this and racist that? Especially when you're a white person and you're not a racist. Oh, all white, all crackers need to be killed. Al Sharpton. What do you think white people are going to do? Well, let me tell you something. I want to give everybody a flat-out warning right now. You have no idea what the fuck you're doing. If you think this is going to end in a happy fairy tale ending with guns being banned and basically you turning yourself into a socialist utopia, you got another fucking thing coming. The fucking racist, the true white racist, haven't even begun to get violent. Nowhere's close. And I will draw you to an example of a white racist. Timothy McVeigh killed 1,500 people. Little over 1,500 people. In the Oklahoma City bombing. And you people seem to think that these mass shootings is something new. You seem to think that it's the world is coming to a fucking end. No. You haven't even seen what these true white racists are really capable of yet. You've caught a glimmer of it. with Timothy McVeigh. That motherfucker packed a moving truck filled with explosives up to the Oklahoma Federal Building and killed 1,500 people in a split second. That is the epitome of white racist terrorism. The El Paso shooter, in my personal opinion, was a confused idiot. Pants on head retarded. I don't use that term very often to describe people, but it fits. Pants on head fucking retarded. Timothy McVeigh was calculating. It took months. The FBI said it took at least 8 to 9 months for the shooter, Timothy McVeigh, to do the Oklahoma City bombing. Eight to 9 months of planning. That was cold. That was calculated. The clown who did the mass shooting in El Paso and Dayton, Ohio, that was not cold. That was not calculating. There was no real plan involved. It was buy a gun, go here, shoot people. There's no calculation there. It's somebody pants on head fucking retarded acting out some fucking weird, stupid, fucked up bullshit fantasy of his. Thinking that the world's coming to an end, I gotta do something about it now before the world completely destroys itself. Fuck off. But in his manifesto, oh God, I hate that fucking term. But in his manifesto, he calls you the fuck out for it. Elizabeth Warren, blowjob Bernie, dumbass Harris. He calls you all the fuck out for your rhetoric. And Trump too. He doesn't call Trump out for his rhetoric, but I am. It's people like you who are perpetuating this circle of bullshit. It's just one big fucking circle jerk. And it's people like you who are continuing to make people fucking nuts. You say, oh, I'm not responsible for rhetoric. Yes, you are. Charles Manson could say the exact same shit if he was still alive. Oh, I'm not responsible for what people say. Those motherfuckers went out to this that compound and killed, like 6-7 fucking people and a pregnant chick. That's not my deal. I merely just talked to them. But yet Charles Manson was put away for the rest of his life for his rhetoric. He was found responsible because he said to do it. He was talking about it. Just like Osama bin Laden. He got held responsible by the citizens of the United States, quite rightly so. That, he was responsible for the 9/11 attacks. Well, how was he responsible for the 9/11 attacks? Oh shit. How is he responsible for 9/11 attacks? Because he radicalized people with his voice, with his rhetoric. And guess what? The same thing with the fucking Dayton, Ohio shooter. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He supports Antifa. Antifa is terrorist, in my opinion. They're walking, talking terrorist bullshit. So, if Osama bin Laden is held responsible for the things that he says or said, Charles Manson is responsible for the things that he said. Why isn't Elizabeth Warren, Blowjob Bernie, fucking Al Sharpton, and Donald Trump being called out for their rhetoric? Well, Trump is being called out constantly for his rhetoric. What about Blowjob Bernie? Kamala Harris? Peter Buttigieg? They've all spouted this white, nationalist, racist bullshit. And they do it constantly. And Al Sharpton, you fucking sack of worthless human shit. Why isn't fucking that idiot called out for his shit? Anybody who spouts any kinds of racist crap and gets a circle of fucking people standing around him and believes what they're saying could be the potential catalyst of evil in this country. You are radicalizing people. You may not realize it. You may not mean it, but you are. And if you don't want to realize the fact that you're doing these things, your mind is melting. You believe in your own bullshit so much that you're willing to bend your mind around it to justify the words that you speak. Yes, I will vote Trump. Why? Because most of the fucking 2020 Democrats scare the fuck out of me. I come from a socialist country. I am an immigrant. I came here from another country that has socialism or a form of it. And it is fucking frightening. The government has complete control to do whatever the fuck they want. Incite any laws they want, enact any laws they want, whenever they want. The dumbest, most stupidest, fucked up, retarded laws you have ever seen are enacted under socialist regimes. So yes, the Democrats scare the fuck out of me, and I don't want to see Democrats in my country. But then again, voting for Trump, at least I know a capitalist nation will continue to flourish. Don't mean I don't like what the motherfucker says. Hell no. I'm like, really, Trump? Did you really just fucking say that? Are you stoned, stupid, or retarded? Yeah, you damn right. I will call Trump out every fucking time he does something stupid. Like when he says something about fucking immigrants. I'm like, really, dude? You do know I'm an immigrant? Hello? You know, I'm an immigrant. Why are you saying these things? Trump, you need to shut the fuck up before somebody calls you out in your bullshit. But no, of course not. Republicans are rank and file. They won't rarely call Trump out on his rhetoric. I'm not going to say won't, because rarely call Trump out on his rhetoric. I am. I'm calling him out. This motherfucker specifically in his manifesto stated that the fact that the immigrants are invading the United States. Whether that's true or not, Trump, keep your trap shut. You don't have to illuminate the fact that there are invaders in our country. We know it. It's time for the Democrats and Trump to calm the rhetoric, because obviously it's fueling the fire. And that's, if you can't see that it's plainly fucking obvious that rhetoric is fueling the fire, you're either dumber than you look, or you really don't know yourself very well. Or you can't see it because you're too blinded by your own bullshit. I see it, and I'm an idiot. No, for real, I am a fucking idiot. According to people, according to the high school, I'm a fucking idiot. I graduated with no honors. I didn't graduate with any prospects of actually having a decent life. By all accounts, I should have ended up in a fucking cardboard box somewhere, sitting on a street corner, just like most of my friends I graduated high school with. They're all homeless. Fortunately, I've been very blessed, very, very blessed by the friends and the family that I have. And I'm not talking about my immediate family. I'm talking about my adopted family. But you people got to really calm the rhetoric down. Because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And now you're talking about assault rifle ban. You're talking about red flag laws. Red flags are fucking dangerous. It means that anybody that I've known, anybody that I've had beef with in the past 15 years, for whatever reason, doesn't matter to them, for whatever reason, they could call up and say, hey, yeah, this person, yeah, he's a danger to society. Next thing you know, I lose my rights. All my guns, my ammo, everything gets taken from me for no fucking reason. I don't have a chance to defend myself in court. I don't have a chance to do anything. It's all take first, ask questions later. Violation of my due process, violation of all my constitutional rights that involve due process. So yeah, Trump's rhetoric, I don't like it either. I don't like his rhetoric on the border. Keep your fucking mouth shut and your pen to paper. That is the way you legislate, fucking crackheads. You motherfuckers sit there up in Washington spouting all this shit, and I'm looking at you, fucking Ilhan Omar, Jihad, Ocasio-Cortez, You sit there and you fucking go on your Twitter, you go on fucking media, and you spout out all this bullshit, and you're wondering why people get pissed off? Your job is not to sit there and go on social media every time you have a fucking issue and you want to whine and cry. Put pen to paper and fucking legislate. That is your fucking job. Keep your mouth shut and do some fucking work for a change, instead of running your goddamn mouth. And that goes to everyone, including President Trump. Keep your fucking mouth shut and legislate. Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Jihad Omar, Rashida Jihad Tlaib, keep your fucking mouth shut, put pen to paper, and legislate if you want change. If you don't want change, keep spouting your bullshit. People are going to vote you out. They're going to get rid of you. Your popularity has tanked. Yeah, sure, you get welcomed to fucking airports by what? 30, 40 people? 30, 40 people ain't gonna do shit come election time. Come election time, you are gonna get fucking hammered by people who don't fucking like you. Do not like what you say. Remember, it only took 15,000 votes, Ocasio-Cortez, to get you into office. There are over 750,000 people living in your district. 750,000 people who could all just vote no. We don't want another Ocasio-Cortez in office who screwed us out of fucking 50,000 jobs, who screwed us completely out of everything, who whines and cries about a fucking what the fuck, I forgot the name of the damn thing now. Whines and cries about a fucking thing in the sink. Oh, what is this? It's terrifying. I forget what it is. Oh my god, my mind melting. I'm more concentrated on fucking bitching and complaining. Just like a Democrat. Shit. I've turned into the thing I hate the most. You motherfuckers, you keep saying all this shit. You keep being just as fucking nasty as possible. And then you wonder why people go and do stupid shit. People do stupid shit because they believe in your bullshit. The El Paso shooter, no different. He believes in the bullshit. The Dayton shooter, hardcore lefty. He believed in your bullshit. You guys have got to fucking put fucking pen to paper. You guys want change? Put pen to fucking paper and do your fucking job. Keep your mouth shut and put pen to paper for change. Not thumbs to phone for Twitter. We hired you, we voted for you, hired you to do a fucking job. And that is to legislate, not to whine and binge and complain on Twitter or on Facebook. I am a citizen. I have voting power. It is my right, my God-given right, my First Amendment right to bitch and complain and call you motherfuckers out when you're not doing your goddamn job. And I'm talking to you too, President Trump. You constantly go on fucking TV and you're saying how good the American country is doing, how good the United States is doing. Record unemployment low for black people, record unemployment low for Latinos, yada yada yada, woof fucking woof woof woof. Now